All right. So
Okay.
Friday night I was out for a walk with my dog. I happened to look up in the sky over towards the Duluth Hill, I guess is the best way to put it,
Sure.
from where I was standing in South End. So I thought I was looking at over by Orion the Hunter area in
Okay.
the sky.
Yep.
And over towards the right of that from where I was looking is the Pleiades, I believe is what it's called. And it looked like there was a string of two sets of lights going through the sky in pretty consistent intervals, and some of them not even following that same path, some of them going other directions. Now, I know we've got a lot of satellites flying through the air, but this just didn't look like what I saw. So I went and looked at the Starlink or Skylink that they've just recently put up there.
Right, yeah.
And they're pretty tightly packed. They're not so spread out. These were a lot more spread out than that, but they were consistent, too. It was like sometimes there were 2 by 2, sometimes it's 1, sometimes there was 3 in the line. There would be 2 on one side and 1 on the other. It's just not something that I saw that looked normal to me. And
Okay.
it lasted for a good 20, 25 minutes.
So was it waves of them coming by, or are these lights just moving around?
They're like going from the Pleiades over in the southwestern sky towards the handle of the Big Dipper, the bottom star right before you get to the hand or the dipper part of the dipper.
Yeah.
And it was like they would go right to that spot and then fade out. Like you'd lose them right at that, just before they got to that star, it would go away. You couldn't see them. And it was consistent. They did them time, one after another. And there were 2 separate lines of them.
Okay. Another question I have is, what color were the lights and how far up were they, do you think? Are they up in space, higher up in the atmosphere? What do you think? Do you have any idea?
I thought they looked like they were reflecting almost light. I guess that's the feel I got. It was a white light. They were way up there. And, a jet flew underneath it from the Duluth airport.
Really?
So, I mean, yeah, they were so much further up in the jet that I don't know if the jet would have even noticed them.
And then they were like a white light, and he's almost like reflective, which is kind of like what I saw back in October. I saw like reflective lights. They didn't shine bright, but they were there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And they followed almost a path. I mean, it wasn't like an exact path.
Yeah.
But it was like the one that came behind it was a certain amount apart from it, and either there was one right across from it where the second line of them was, or there wasn't. And sometimes there was 2 of them in one line.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and then did they change direction at all when they were moving?
The ones that were going in the path appeared to go the same direction and fade out at the same spot. But there were other ones that appeared to be moving around the edges of them too.
Yeah, I've heard something similar to this happening up in the Fish Lake area within the last couple of weeks. So you're not alone in seeing this, and we're wondering what the heck is out there. Yeah, that's crazy. Huh.
It just didn't feel right. I mean, I guess I feel like most any satellites I've seen seem to go basically east to west.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
West to east, east to west. That's how I've seen it. And this was not really going that direction. This one was heading like north.
Yeah. Did you try to take video of it or anything, or did you just not pick it up?
I didn't have my phone with. I was out walking my dog. I just didn't even think about it. And
no, I get it.
I couldn't take my eyes off it. Then I ran in and I called David and said, David, I don't know if you saw that up there, because, who the heck's looking up at the night sky at that time? But,
right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when I saw it too, you're so intrigued by it at first that you don't even think about it. You're just trying to figure out what it is, Well,
and of course I wanted to grab anyone that I could find, and no one's out at that time now.
Yeah, what time was it?
I want to say it was like, it went to like 8:30, it started at 8:20 that I saw it, and it went to like 8 or 8:45, 8:50. I mean.
And what night was this?
This was Friday night.
Okay. Well, maybe some other people have heard it and they can call us up and let us know if they saw it too.
Yeah, it just was something very strange, and I just was hoping that someone else saw it.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll share the story. We'll see what we get there. But, yeah, thanks for sharing it, Rob. And yeah, let us know if anything else happens.
Keep my eyes open.